While the producers are away, the players will fuck up some shit and blame it on ghosts? Welcome to Parier.
That's not gonna work.
We're
being recorded.
I don't care. Anyways, hello.
We're fucking shit up.
Yeah. If you can notice, we're a little bit light on the people, and that is okay. Shout out to Cindy D, as always. Shout out to Yuki, our moderator, because I don't think that they heard me the last time. Thank you so much for all that you do in our Discord and in the chat. Appreciate it a ton. Shout out to our homeboys off at Gen Con. If you see them or recognize them, holy shit, that's really fucking cool. Just say hi, maybe gently, I don't know.
You'll know Mysterious Hand, because he's the one you won't recognize.
Well, you might recognize his hands.
Depends on how well you pay attention.
He really
or
needs to wear
He
needs to wear driver gloves, okay?
Either way, just gently say hi or something. Remember, we're all about that explicit consent. So yeah, cool. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you want to just keep doing what you're doing. If you want to be a little bit extra like we are, check out our Patreon. We'd really appreciate it. But tonight, seeing as we are short on people, that means that we are not playing City of Mist. So the game that we are going to try out is called Lone Wolf. It started in the 80s as a popular choose-your-own-adventure book.
The best decade.
We weren't born, so we don't know, actually. But it started in the 80s as a choose-your-own-adventure book, really popular in Europe. They adapted it into 2 previous games that got discontinued and was recently picked up by another manufacturer. So we're going to give this a go because it had pre-built characters and we can do it on the fly.
Hooray!
Yay! Okay, so, it's kind of a traditional fantasy game. You play Kai Lords, which are kind of like monk-type characters, as you bravely saunter through the world of Sumerland, trying to fight off the darkness that engulfs part of the plains. So, I've already had to unbox it. But as per the original book, rather than it's a choice of you guys, you can either use D10s or this is a random number generator that used to be in the book itself, so that people can keep track of their stats randomly or pick random things. So that is something unique to this game. While you guys look through, they have 6 pre-made characters. I'll let you guys take a gander. You could do half and half and then switch it over. And then I will read. This is kind of like a starter set. And if you're unfamiliar with starter sets, it's like the very hand-holdy walkthrough of a game, which we never do. And so this might seem really easy, but it's actually the way that you're supposed to play games. So that's going to be really interesting. Anyways, so you are Kai Lords, brave, noble warrior monks sworn to protect the realm of Sumberland from the evil of the Dark Lords, adventuring across the world of Magamon, fighting ginks in dark dungeons and battling doom wolves in remote mountain passes, defending castles from besieging Gorgaz, and exploring wondrous lands. You and your friends will face terrifying enemies and uncover fiendish plots, working together to overcome wicked plans of the Dark Lords and emerge victorious. So, right now, it's a really cool little pamphlet to help get you started. We have in here a few different resources and then 3 individual books that they don't get to look at necessarily because I'm the narrator. i.e. the dungeon master, i.e. the MC, whatever you want to call it. That's me. So we have the 3 individual books that breaks down. One is the adventure, one is the rules, and one of these is actually how to build characters. So it is an option to make your own character from the get-go, but sometimes pre-built characters are a little bit easier to grab and go. So, and then we have tokens, which are a little bit different. So there are player tokens. Has a different icon for the pre-built players. They get to prick a number. This is how they would use the random number lid, is by having their character icon and then flipping it into the lid and then seeing what number it lands on. I prefer dice, but I'm boring. These have narrator tokens, and they do exactly what these guys do, except it's for me to flip into a box, but I'm not going to do that because I love dice. They have luck tokens, and so luck's a little bit interesting that it works as a mechanic in this game. And then we have Kai's favor tokens. So you... we're not going to use this first camp in the first part, so all of these cool tokens are really, really not used yet, but they will be someday. I love coins and dice. I might have a gambling addiction secretly somewhere. So, yeah. While they do that, let's see. If you want me to read just all of the intro stuff, I'm probably going to just do it anyways because I have no idea what the fuck you're saying. I mean, do you want real talk? It's real talk. Yeah, I don't need to know. So, welcome to the Book of Kai Legends. This is the place to start playing the Lone Wolf adventure game. The easiest way to learn the rules for any game is by playing it, and that is just as true for the Lone Wolf adventure game. You and your friends can get started right away. Just follow the instructions and advice in this introduction, and then by turning to your first adventure. What you will find in here is 2 full-length adventures and a chapter devoted to narrating the game using your own scenarios. The Lone Wolf adventure game is only limited by your imagination and cocaine. So the more time and effort you put into it, the better your stories of epic fantasy role-playing will become. Every book in this box is designed to provide you with rules and tools to make your game as fun for everyone as it can be. These adventures, The Lost Caravan, tell a story in which you and your friends play the main characters. The narrator starts the story and describes all the scenes and actions within it during the game, while the players act out each of their role as a Kai Lord and react to the events as the story unfolds. So we're going to start with the Lost Caravan, and then we can move on to the second adventure, which is Onward Till Morning. And it's really cute. There are lots of little things in the book that tell you to just take your time and eat your snacks and really just enjoy each other's company, because that's the whole point of role-play gaming, maybe? I don't know. So, yeah. I have a few little hints here in the book to tell me how to narrate this story, and I'm assuming you guys have now finally picked your characters, potentially? Mm-hmm. Alright, who are we working with?
I got Dawn Thunder here. That's what I'm working with.
Alright, and so if you open it up, he'll have some of his stats, like equipment stuff in there, and then if you flip the back, there is his character sheet. So that's what you guys will use for updating those things. Yeah. And what'd you pick, Jace?
I picked Moonblade, but
yeah,
I have also decided to forego that name, and I'm gonna go with Luca Savant instead.
Luca Savant. All right.
Yep. I'm gonna just cut and paste that character over
Let
to
me
this one.
make a note real quick so that I just don't end up calling you fucking Moonblade.
Just Luca.
Moon.
Luca. No one's called Moon. Oh, and the 6 pre-built characters, there are 4 boys and 2 girls, which obviously doesn't matter to me, because why would I even mention it? Whatever. Okay, so I'm not salty. It's fine. Okay, here we go. So Luca and Dawn.
Yeah.
All right.
It is no problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Niet. Niet. Alright, so cool. Here we go. Off and rolling. Alright. So as I flip through the book. Alright. So, The Lost Caravan. This venture is designed to introduce the players and narrators to the world of Lone Wolf, teach players something new and useful about the rules in each scene, taking them through their basic action chart and illustrating each entry as if it was...
Fuck. We're gonna have a time.
As to what it means and why it's important. Make sure every player gets to do something in the adventure. I don't see that being a problem. Interacting with the narrator's characters and their environment, as well as becoming familiar with the mechanics of combat. So,
Thank God, don't the rest of these.
yeah, I guess I should keep all my shit together, but...
Meh.
Alright. So, it is not yet dawn when you all arrive in the courtyard of the Kai Monastery. Eagerly, you await the appearance of Kai Femskird Riverblade. She has summoned you here for an unknown purpose. Shivering in the cold morning air of this early autumn day, you can hear the calls of larks and callie sparrows beyond the surrounding walls of the Kai Monastery. You watch with trepidation as Riverblade makes her way down the grand stairs from the door to the quarters of the Skirgdin, the leaders of your order. Greetings, initiates, she says, regarding you fondly with her keen, bright eyes. I see that you have come prepared for a journey as I requested. This is good. We have received a request for help from the merchants at the Elma Meter. One of their caravans have not returned as scheduled, and they have asked us to investigate what has happened to it. Riverblade pauses, regarding you all intently. Excitedly, you have come to realize what this means for you, fledgling Kai Sunkern. You have satisfied your mentors that you have attained a sufficiently high enough level of competence in your Kai disciplines that they deem you worthy to carry out a mission in the service of your Order of the Kai. And this will be a proper mission, one you'll carry out as a team. You look at each other, the significance of the mission suddenly becomes apparent to you all. Riverblade begins to laugh. She is not mocking you. There is warmth and humor in her laugh, and the words follow. Ah, yes, that's right, my young warriors. That was a weird laugh. This is the moment that you have awaited. That time is right for you to take your first flight together away from the nest. Now, do you have any questions you'd like to ask me before I set you to your task?
No.
Okay, 1 second. So, alright, Alright, well, we're gonna just blow through all of those questions. And Riverblade lifts her hand to indicate that she wants you to be silent.
Any questions? Well, actually, shut up.
Oh, God. This is great. It is time for you to set about your mission, for I have many other things that demand my attention. I'm sure you all are aware that the success of this mission is important to those concerned, however trivial it may seem to some of you. Remember that small acorns grow into strong, summer-lending oaks. Silverblade pauses for a moment and looks up at the crisp and brightening autumn sky. A wistful smile lingers on her face for a few moments. Now, be on your way and I will speak to all of you upon your return for Sunderland and the Kai. And with these words, the young initiatives pass through the gates of the monastery and into Timberland beyond.
Alright, wait a moment. I thought she was going to give us what the mission was.
I
I was
Wait,
waiting for that. I didn't want to interrupt her, and she asked, do I have questions? She
Okay.
did not tell us what our mission was.
I didn't even get a chance to ask a question yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna real quick circle back. Flashback to. We have received a request for help from the merchants at the Elma Meter. One of their caravans has not yet returned as scheduled, and they have asked us to investigate what has happened to it.
Elma
Meter. The Elma Meter.
meter.
I don't like how that sounds in my mouth.
Elma meter.
The Elmo.
Hmm.
You need to go to Elmo.
Okay.
Alright, so. Okay, so. As you walk under the granite archway of your monastery home, you see the trail stretching out before you. It winds its way into the depths of the Frelude forest. The sounds of your footfalls change as you come across a wooden bridge and step onto the packed stone and the dirt of the track beyond. Looking over your shoulder, you take one last glimpse of the Kai Monastery. It has been your home and your sanctuary for many years. The mid-autumnal sun rises and bathes the forest in its welcoming light. With high hopes and warm hearts, you pass below the bogs of the trees and venture deeper into the forest.
Goodbye, monastery. I wanted to leave a long time ago.
Oh man, there's good stuff in there anyway, eh?
Before long, you are walking with confidence and through the Timberland on a southeasterly tact along a winding trail, and you will see you a long and winding trail that will see you arrive at the Alma Meter just before dusk. Just so long as you maintain a brisk pace, that is. The air is crisp and the leaves of many trees are turning golden brown. When you look up into their boughs, you see cowley sparrows and larks flinting between them, and occasionally gray squirrels scurrying about its business. Okay. So, have you guys had a chance to introduce to each other? You've had breakfast, and you've had your briefing, and now you've got some time, i.e. dusk, to kill.
Alright. Well, what kind of stupid name did they give you?
They gave me Dawn Thunder.
I told them to fuck themselves, and I'm still Luca.
So, how do you guys know each other?
No idea.
Well, let me refer back to my backstory that's in here. Tell me if I know you at all. Do I know you?
Probably not.
No. It does not tell me if I know you before this moment.
So,
I say that we met this morning.
This is your first time meeting each other.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah,
Alright.
weird. I don't think I saw you before. Oh well.
Yeah, I try not to hang out with people inside the monastery. It's
I know,
kind of
right?
boring.
Okay, are either of you particularly competitive within the order? Or are you more of a we're all in this together High School Musical fashion?
Yeah, they just taught me how to do my magic stuff, and that was great.
I think they treated me with like extra attention because apparently I'm gifted in some things, but I don't know what that is. We'll see. We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm more smarter in the head than I am anywhere else. Can I be smarter than anywhere else other than my head? I don't think so.
You can be smart on the streets or in the sheets.
What?
Okay. So, I'm gonna give you guys just a little extra. So, what? You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna just breeze through this. You guys know yourselves really well. It told me to give you time to flesh out your character. Maybe have some snacks.
That's going to take a whole lot longer than just briefly.
Yeah. No.
Especially people like us.
So it's around midday now. As you travel along the Alameda Trail, suddenly you hear pained cries coming from the trees at the side of the track.
Oi.
The moans and the mewling are pitiful, and they seem to come from someone or something that is in a great deal of pain and distress. What could be the cause of their anguish?
Oh, someone sounds really sad.
Sounds like pain.
What would you guys like to do?
See where that's coming from.
You can ask questions, or you can just straight up do something. If you have tracking or hunting.
I do not.
I have tracking.
Well, okay, so
I have a sixth sense.
yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
That's like a defense for danger and evil. That doesn't help.
I got tracking, so.
Okay. Well, Mr. Tracker, do your thing.
Okay,
I like
so
it
you would like to track?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have animal kinship, just real quick?
No,
Nope. Okay.
I do not.
Okay, so you're investigating the sound. These
Yeah.
keys are tracking. All right, so you're going to either roll a d10 or flip your little dude.
Flip your dude.
Flip. What's his face look like?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, that's the one. Do you want your face?
Yes, give me my face. This is my face.
Okay, there's your face.
Thanks for my face.
All right, awesome.
I am thanking you for my face now.
Woo. Woo.
Thank you, God, for this glorious face.
Yeah. I worked so hard. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was
Okay.
0.
It's gotta land in the box.
I know.
All right.
Well,
Okay, so
It's
that's
mostly
mostly
a
a 4. All right. Okay, so you have failed to track down this animal.
well,
They will be unable to find the second nerve and have to continue on their journey without being find an alternative way through the dense timberland or the source of the distress sounds. So, that is not... Okay, we're gonna blow through that.
hooray! Avoiding conflict and getting straight to the point.
Okay, I mean.
You know what? Fuck it. Roll it again.
Flip it again.
Yeah, let's... Alright, an 8! We're the
The
first
great
one didn't
eight.
count. He doesn't have this... He hasn't been flipping coins like I have my entire little campaign.
Since episode 1.
Yeah. So, alright. It gets a little wild and loose, but I've gotten better, so...
She's got 7 months on top of you, man.
Yeah. Okay, so you... As you walk along the narrow animal trail, the thick oh god, no. Foliage brushes against your cloak and thighs. You spot a
Oh, hey,
snare
it tickles.
lying at the side of the path, partly covered by twigs and leaves. Nearby, you can easily spot a field dressing that has been abandoned by the side of the trail. The poaching appears to have taken place very recently, and the cries of the distress are coming from somewhere close by. It should not be too difficult for you to locate the source.
Hello?
Are you going to continue searching?
Let's do it.
Nah.
Okay. It is only a short time after discovering signs of a poaching that you've happened upon a female fallow deer lying on the leaf-strewn forest floor. One of her hind legs is ensnared in the vice-type grip of a poacher's trap. She looks at you with anxious eyes. her chest rising and falling quickly as she struggles to control her breathing and cope with the pain.
No, don't look at me like that.
The deer is clearly in pain and distress, and any compassionate player will wish to aid it. But it's up to you. Do you guys help the doe? Not help the doe.
Fuck it, sure.
Okay, I guess. What do we do?
Well, get the trap thing off of its leg, and then I guess I can heal it.
Okay.
So, I need you to do another flip.
Fuck, I missed.
Too powerful.
Oh, it's not as easy as it looks now, is it, Ty?
Hey, you just put yours straight up and down in your hand. I have to aim at your. That's a 2. I got nothing.
Okay.
You clamp it more down.
I'm gonna get my dice. Fuck this coin shit.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So, since, all right. So, what happens?
Oh
Is
man.
unfortunately the trap is just a little too tight, and there's really nothing you can do for the animal.
Yeah, I can get
Does
this
it
off.
Die? Does it die? Is it dead?
It dies.
It died. Well, I guess we have food now.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Can we make it into food?
Does it have bacon strips on it?
Just laid on top. If you want, you can add. I think there is a thing on your sheet. Meals. You can take that from. Both of you can add an extra meal out of it, seeing as you can't carry a whole lot.
Right, we can carry 8 things. Cool.
Yeah.
Meal. And now it is 2.
Yep.
Well, she did not die in vain, and whomever was poaching can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, that's really a shape. Now, we gonna cut this thing up or what?
Okay, so you guys have to travel back from the animal trail back to the main trail.
Fun. Okay.
Okay.
And then, even though you are slightly detoured, you do manage to arrive at Alma Meter only slightly after dusk.
Hooray!
So,
Man, walking sucks.
Yeah, we needed horses. Why don't we have horses at the monastery?
I don't know.
it's your first mission, you gotta prove yourself.
Ugh.
We have to prove ourselves that we are able-bodied young men.
Why?
Alright.
Because only able-bodied young men can ride horses.
Mm.
They don't waste their time. You heard Riverblade. She asked you questions and then I don't have time for this and walked away. So horses are earned. They're not
just simply given.
They're not given. Okay. So you make your way through the trees, and after a short while, you notice that the floor of the forest is beginning a gradual descent. Through the trees ahead of you, you catch a few tantalizing glimpses of the river Unarim. This major watercourse is one of 3 great rivers of Sumerland, the other 2 being the Tor and the Elidil. Is almost a mile across at the point where you are now. The Underum tumbles down from a central Durkrag mountains and joins with the Elidil within the walls of Holmgard before flowing out into the seas of the Home Gulf. A great span, the Alma Bridge, was constructed many centuries ago to provide a way across the river. From your present vantage point, you see its impressive stone towers, its wide approach ramp, and its granite gateway that is washed by the waning light of the evening sun. In the shadow of the towers there is an area of leveled ground, paved with ancient slabs of granite worn smooth by the passage of centuries. This paved area is known as the Alma Meter, and it is used as a meeting place and campsite for merchants. Their wagons are bivouacked on the alma meter, and their lanterns are steadily growing brighter as the sun slowly sets below the treetops. Men and women pass among the wagons and horses, busily preparing their camp for the onset of night.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
Well, we should probably find the what's it?
See who's missing. If
Yeah.
anyone knows.
Okay.
We're just going to steamroll straight through the main storyline, no side quests. Fuck it.
We're speedrunning this bitch.
Okay, so
Skyrim finished in 37 minutes.
so you should consider going.
Resting for the night, maybe?
You can ask people in the alma meter for investigating on what has happened around
Okay.
here specifically.
Then, yeah, let's...
So you might think of seeking out someone of authority.
Okay.
Alright. Hey! Who's in charge?
I guess Haldred would be the one in charge.
Alright.
Where
Okay,
is this
where's-
Eldrin?
Here's
I'll take you to him.
Thanks.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So the wagon of Haldred the Merchant Quartermaster is an impressive semi-permanent structure. The wagon's tent has been erected along the open side of the vehicle and has lots of space inside. Its flap is drawn aside and tied back with a silken rope. As you walk inside, accompanied by a guard, you see a lean, bearded man sitting in a high-backed wooden chair behind a desk of yellow oak. He is sifting through papers and annotating them with a quill pen. Ledgers and other trading paraphernalia cover the table surface. When you enter, he looks up from his work and immediately recognizes your distinctive Kai cloaks. He stands up and gives you a courteous welcome. Kai Lords, welcome, welcome. I am Haldred the Quartermaster. Thank you for answering my call for help. The following scene allows... Oh, nope. Okay, so do you guys have questions for Haldred?
Yeah,
Well, who went missing? Shit. Sorry, I gotta put that down.
Okay. There were 4 missing merchants. The senior of these is a Sunderland master trader named Travis. He is in charge of the 2 wagons in the caravan. They were transporting wares from Holmgard.
So, Travis is the leader, and
Yes.
so
Wait.
with 4, wait, no, with 3 others. 3 others. So there are 4 total missing.
Yes.
Okay. What does Travis look like?
Kind of burly and surly. Not necessarily one that you would suspect of being, jumped.
Okay.
Dark eyes. Welcoming bosom.
You are speaking my language.
I mean, I'm sorry. Anything else?
Okay.
What kind of goods were in there for Homeguard?
It was mainly a consignment of animal furs, including some rare and valuable black Corval pelts. Also, there were some haunches of salted and cured meat.
I gotta go for some jerky right now.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Yes.
Well,
I agree.
Black Core Corvayl. Corvayl. Corvayl.
Okay. So they were transporting wares from Homeguard to here? Yeah?
Here from yes.
Okay.
They were meant to be here.
Okay, so we know the route that they were going to come from. Cool. Do you have any other questions?
Where do you know
I haven't seen his welcoming bosom in about 6 days, or he should have been here in about 6 days.
Any idea where he would have gone missing from? Between here and there?
I have no idea. That's why I called for help.
Okay, we got more walking to do. Oh.
It is not uncommon for merchant caravans to be delayed on the King's Highway, but this is the main road that runs north from Homeguard.
Well, furs and pelts are very sought after.
Does the caravan have any particular enemies? Groups of bandits that have been troublesome?
No, nothing of that sort.
Oh,
Well, okay, so I guess I should mention, one of the 2 wagons in the caravan had a damaged wheel, but Travis assured me that it was sound enough to reach Homeguard. He intended to purchase a replacement when he arrived at the capital. If the wheel failed during the journey, it would have not been difficult for Travis to send one of the bodyguards ahead to find a wheelwright in one of the villages along the route. He could have either purchased a replacement wheel or have the wheelwright accompany him back to the caravan and carry out the repair there.
okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No.
I think we got what we need to keep going on this.
All right, well, it seems to be that night has fallen. You should probably make your tents
Yeah, probably.
and get some rest. You are welcome to use the meter as it's a communal place for you to camp.
Alright.
And there is safety in numbers.
Alright.
Sounds good.
I need to rest. There's too much walking today. There's more walking tomorrow. I do have horses. Probably not. Sorry, I
None
asked.
that I can lend
You
you,
sound like
no.
a depressed Luigi.
None that I can lend you, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, you have a good night. Thank you so much for answering my call.
Yes, of course.
Night. This is my place, so
Yes, we are leaving.
yeah, great.
Goodbye.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye. Come again, maybe a little later. Maybe not. I don't know.
Pitch the tent. Let's get some sleep.
All right. So,
Sleeping time. It is sleeping time. Time for sleeping,
as you
sleeping
step
time.
out of his semi-permanent tent, you hear shouts of consternation. Unhand me, you villain! Stop! Thief! Stop! Help me!
I hear sounds of consternation.
Rushing out of the tent, you see about 30 feet of distant 2 men struggling. One appears to be a merchant, and he is down on his knees. The other is a young man who is standing over the kneeling man. They are clinging to a purse, most likely containing coins, and the younger man is trying desperately to wrest it from the merchant's grasp. With a sudden twist of his torso, the young man tears the purse free from the old man's hands and turns to run. "No!" cries the merchant plaintively, and the young man takes off with his purse. What do you do?
Nothing, my watch. What do we
Well, I guess, should we help?
Where-
Probably.
Where are they here? Let's go help
We're
them.
wearing these hero capes. I guess we should.
What do you got to do?
Well, I've got a mind blast. I can just telekinesis his ass.
Yeah. Do it, and I'll tackle him.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So, your options are you can chase him, you can demand he surrender, you can try to intimidate him, or you can fight him.
Well, where can I take a... How do I know what I have better things in?
So it's gonna be your combat skill.
Yes.
So
I have a 17.
you have a base, so you have a basic skill of 17.
Oh, and then I get a +3 because I'm ambidextrous? In my combat skill. I don't know why I didn't auto-calculate that on this pre-printed
because
thing.
if you're not going for immediately fighting, then you don't get that automatic +3.
Okay.
Because that has to do with weaponry being ambidextrous.
And
You
I
are not
probably-
ambidextrous in your feet.
Well, I mean, I could try and stab him, but that's
No,
probably
we don't know the
frowned upon.
whole story.
I mean, if you'd like to fight, you can just try to go fight him immediately if that's what you're wanting to do. I'm asking you what you want to do is do you want to chase him? Do you want to demand his surrender, intimidate him, or fight him?
Well, I mean, I could chase and demand he stop. I don't see why those two are mutually exclusive.
Well, we
Okay,
can yell
so
at you.
quickly, you react and give chase.
Okay.
Your Kai training has given you the ability to outrun this young man quite easily. It only takes 20 seconds or so for you to catch up with him. Upon realizing he can't outdistance you, he skids to a halt and turns to face you. He has drawn a stiletto blade dagger from his belt, and he points it towards you provocatively.
Provocative.
Ooh.
At first he is sneering, but when he sees your green Kai cloak, doubt and anxiety washes over him like a cold shower.
Aww.
Your pulse quickens when you realize that you're about to experience your first real fight. There is a possibility that this could turn out to be fatal. What do you do?
Sorry, I got. What? Wait, what about what if I just do it to intimidate or something?
Okay,
depends
so
on-
unfortunately that is no longer an option
Oh.
because now we are in combat!
Oh, hooray!
I didn't even get a chance
Well,
to try to talk
it's
to him
time
down.
to fuck you up, I guess.
Alright.
I'm coming up
So-
behind him. Hey, I'm right behind you.
If the thief is outnumbered and weakened by hunger, if he loses at least half of his endurance, he will surrender. Although one of the board players have recovered. Alright. So we need to determine the order of battle.
Okay.
List each of the Tie Lords and Dandros the Thief in order of highest combat skill to lowest. This is called Order of Battle, and that's how you decide who gets to act when. If there is a tie between foe and Kai Lord, the Kai Lord goes first. If you are using the Kai Lords the same with the game, your list will look something like this. Alright, so you do have first in combat order.
Hooray! Because mine's technically 20 because now we are fighting. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
They determine it based off of base score, but Don is also 15 as his base combat score.
Okay.
So, you do get first. First player acts. The first person on the list gets to act first. Ask them what they'd like to do. Since it's likely... they can move and attack an opponent. They can use a ranged weapon or something else entirely.
Well, I've got my sword and dagger.
Okay.
So, I've got those.
Okay.
I don't want to kill him though.
Okay.
Do I have to kill him?
I don't, that's going to depend on, we have a combat
So-
results table.
Wow.
Hooray!
So, you can find them on the action chart. You have Mind Blast?
Yes.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 19.
Do I stab him until he says uncle, or do I
Uh,
throw him around with
Hold
my
on.
brain power?
It doesn't work like that.
Okay. So,
I think we need to be passive with this, but
Yeah,
if we have to be passive, why do we have these weapons and powers?
well, I also like how the narrator assumes that this is my first actual fight.
okay. So, how this works is now I have to roll something.
Probably first fatal fight, but I have definitely gotten to fights before.
I don't like to think about the fights I've done. It
And
haunts me.
remember, in moments like this, they do suggest in this book that you go get a snack or have some fun or, you know.
We'll have fun later.
I can't tell you how many times this book has already told me that it's okay to take your time and have a snack. Like,
They want you to eat a
they
lot.
want you to eat a lot.
They have a deal with fucking Nestle and their goddamn Hot Pockets.
Okay. So
Fuck you, Nestle. Give us money.
Nestle makes the Hot Pockets?
Yeah.
Oh. Water's not a human, right? You know.
Okay, so
Morton Joe. Do not become addicted to water.
all right. So that took his endurance from 13. All right. So he is not down yet. He is still willing to fight more. So Dawn, that leaves that as your next.
Slap him.
I don't want to do this, man.
Slap him.
What are you using?
A jab with my warhammer.
Okay. All right. So.
I don't want to do this.
Please stop. I'm really begging you.
Okay. So.
God, I am so depressed.
All right. So. Okay, so Dandros took the 2 hits, and now he is desperately not in a good place, I should say. He's not dead, but
He's not alive.
he basically
Gives up.
I give up, and he hands you back the purse.
Thank you. Why were you taking this?
I mean, if you look at him, he is poor and he's been starving.
Can I give him some of the deer meat that we got? Because he doesn't need. If he's hungry and starving, then let me give him some food.
I hope
You don't need to steal from somebody who earned the money.
I hope he knows how to
Okay.
cook that meat.
Okay. So, he takes the deer meat and he says, "Thank you. It looks like something I'm gonna have to cook quickly." And then he darts off
Yeah.
because he is desperate.
Sorry. I still have my deer meat, and I will eat it. None for you. You lost your deer meat.
Okay. I didn't know this would turn into a game of deer meat and hide the deer meat. Nope, I'm not gonna phrase it like that. Anyway, so the merchant Miram thanks you and offers you 5 crowns in reward.
Oh hell yeah.
So you accept the reward,
Yes.
then okay, you are so not gonna like me.
What do you
I
mean?
need this is a good opportunity for you to remind them that it's their duty to uphold the good name of the Kai Order at all times. Accepting a cash reward under these circumstances would not be appropriate. Further, it would damage their reputation and tarnish the impeccable name of the Order of Kai, such as
Wait,
offer
we're not
must be
supposed to.
in kind.
Wait, we're not supposed to take cash rewards.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Miriam smiles and shrugs her shoulders. Of course, what am I thinking? I should know better off than to offer such a reward to the Kai Lords. Please forgive me of my impertinence. Perhaps you'll accept my thanks, some form food, and a place near my campfire tonight instead?
Yes, that is much better than 5 gold.
Sure.
Way better than 5 gold.
Wow. Alright, so...
Wait, how do we earn money in this thing?
You don't. Just,
You guys are
Alright.
getting paid?
Fuck.
So there's-
God dang.
I asked the wrong people to teach me how to use my brain power.
Gosh dang.
Okay, so do you, and apparently I didn't know that, so the quartermaster has offered his campfire and lodging, and then the merchant you just helped also offered lodging and campfire and food. So where would you like to stay?
The one that offered us food.
Yeah, the one with the food, because
Yeah.
Alright.
that sounds better.
Alright, he gives you warm broth and bread.
Delicious.
Alright. Okay. So
I picked the
no
wrong
one-
character to cut and paste over this because now Luca's very upset. He likes money.
I'm sorry. This is I'm starting to understand why this was a choose your own adventure. This in the 80s, this feels very much like a Dudley Do-Right sort of situation, but that's okay. We've played so many dark games that maybe
Maybe being shoehorned into being a goody two-shoes is what we need.
maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe
Okay.
I can just gripe and complain the entire time.
Yeah, you could do that too. What? It'll only last for two. Who knows? All right, that's cool. All right, so none of you took any endurance hits, and you ate. You ate from the merchant. So
Yummy.
after breakfasting with the merchants at the Alma Meter, you gather up your equipment and ascend the wide stone ramp that approaches that impressive twin stone towers at the gatehouse of the Alma Bridge. This ancient bridge is a little over a mile long and comprises a series of elegant stone compression arches interrupted at regular intervals by grand towers and huge granite piers. At the center, there stands the Durstone. For many centuries, this wide central pier at the Alma Bridge has been used as a marketplace. Merchants from Holmgard and Torin come here to buy fish, timber, and ore from the Fireluden and the hardy Sumberlanding of the west, who make their livelihood in the forest and foothills of the Durcraig Mountains. Passing under the arches of the gatehouse, 2 Summerlending reeves nod in acknowledgement of your distinguished order. It reassures them to know that the security of Sumberland is assured as long as they have the Kai to call upon for help and protection. So, what would you like to do?
Let's see if there is a market nearby and see if they know the Travis person from the caravan that's gone missing.
Yeah, probably.
Let's do that.
Good idea.
Yeah.
And then also, we should probably get supplies for the journey ahead.
Yeah, however long that will take. 6 days they've been gone.
Okay. So, one second, because I do need to...
God is generating the market. We're on the loading screen.
Yep, I have some buffering issues. Okay, so we bypass that. Alright. As you approach the central pier of the Alma Bridge, The Durstone is already hustling and bustling with the early morning traders. Fishmongers joyfully announce their catch, shouting out today's prices, while other traders with clothing, leather goods, and foodstuffs sets their stalls for the coming day's business. What are you looking for?
Well,
let's see. Someone dealing with animal pelts. Furs of the night.
Okay.
Right now, all I can think of now is Luigi.
So, okay, so
It doesn't
you're gonna
matter, yeah.
you're gonna flip that, and you're gonna let me know what your luck is.
Yay!
All right. So, unfortunately, there are no furs.
So what kind of luck is that?
But
kind of.
you do find a merchant who remembers Trevis and his caravan passing by the early morning about a week ago. He says they were heading to King's Highway that leads to Holmgard. He hasn't seen hide nor hair of him since. Okay. And that's all that you get from the market. Do you continue over the bridge?
What about was it wheelwright, was it?
Yeah.
Just in case,
Oh, yeah, the wheelwright.
yeah. That
Yeah. Or no, that's in the town ahead along
It's the
way.
town ahead. It's in
Okay.
a village. It's not in the marketplace.
okay, that's
Yeah.
big going.
All right. So, as you traverse the Alma Bridge, you are astounded by this grand feat of Sumberlending engineering. This paved roadway spans the river of Underham for almost a mile, and it is wide enough to easily accommodate 2 lanes of wagon traffic with plenty of extra room on both sides for pedestrians. The warmth of the autumnal sun is chilled by the cold waters of the river rushing beneath the great stone arches. You cross the bridge and walk down the ramp on the far side. Another 2 reeves are standing guard at the exit archway and cheerfully bid you good day and Godspeed as you pass by. The bottom of the exit ramp adjoins a wide highway that heads off towards Holmgard. This is the King's Highway. A wooden signpost indicates 2 directions, Turan to the north and Holmgard to the south.
Well, we need to go to Homegard, right?
Okay.
Or along that direction. That's where they were going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to use any of your disciplines?
I don't know that any of my disciplines will help.
Not really. All I got is tracking for that one.
So...
Well, tracking is probably helpful.
Okay.
Bless you.
Sorry!
Bless you, God.
Thank
Do
you.
not let demons inside of your body.
Nope. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so, yeah, this is gonna have to be, you can use tracking, or you can use your 6th sense.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I got
Well,
6 cents
I've got
too.
6th sense.
We
Yeah.
both got that.
Well, that's psychic defense for danger and evil.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Oh well.
But
I'll do
so-
tracking.
Okay, you want to use tracking?
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna have to flip and...
Flip your dip.
Hmm?
It was like right in the middle of all of that.
So bad, forget it.
Well,
Um,
is 0 a 0 or is 0 a 10?
We're gonna count it as a 10 in this case. So, you have not been searching long when you discovered telltale tracks of a heavy laden wagon. They are found in the soft soil at the side of the King's Highway. Those furrows reveal that one of its wheels was out of true with the others. To your surprise, you discover the tracks indicate that 2 wagons, one with a damaged wheel, left the King's Highway and headed across the adjacent fields in a duly easterly direction.
That's
It
weird.
would seem that the lost caravan veered away from the King's Highway at this place and for some unknown reason headed off across the open fields heading due east. There does not appear to be anything of interest in the far distance, just open fields and grassland and a tree line beyond that.
Well,
That is not towards Homegard.
No.
That is the complete other direction.
well, maybe we should follow these tracks, yeah?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
We got
So-
Luigi and Luca. Wonder Team, activate.
Yeah.
So, the tracks are made by the wheels of the caravan when it's crossed the grasslands a week ago are still easy to follow. The grass has not grown much in the past 7 days. The tracks can be seen heading off towards the narrow forest that it bisects through the woodland. Judging by the location of the trail, you feel sure that it goes to Lake Helmar. Do you want to... Oh. And while you have been looking, you see a strange figure in the gap of the tree line.
Hello.
In the
How are you?
opposite... Well, it's in a separate part of the direction of the
Okay.
tracks. So,
I see you.
Hello.
so,
Don't pretend we don't see
are you... Where are you going?
We're following the tracks.
Yeah.
You're gonna follow the caravan trail?
Yes. However, the person, I guess, in the opposite direction.
It's weird. So, you have 3 options. One is to go to Lake Helmar, which is caught your eye, and it's slightly veered off track. The tracks are one way, and then the person in the tree line is kind of still in the same direction, but obviously, no matter which direction you go, is going to start cutting into your day if you try to jump ship and go to the next one. So, you can
And
try...
The person, I feel like we should talk to. If the person runs, fuck it. Maybe they are suspicious.
Yeah. Why else would they be looking at us like that?
I don't know. Maybe they have a house around here.
Okay. You follow the fresh tracks through the woods. The tree hereabouts are deciduous, Sumberlanding oaks. They have a distinctly yellowy bark and apple green leaves. Some of the leaves have started to turn a beautiful russet brown color. Fallen leaves provide a patchy carpet that deadens the sound of your footfalls. It also deadens the sounds made by the fleeing watcher, making him a little harder to follow than would be the case at any other time of the year, except maybe during the snows of winter. It is beginning to seem that you are in danger of losing his trail when you come to a part of the forest where it's covering fallen leaves is particularly thick. You have tracking, correct?
Yes.
You need to make a luck.
Look.
Yeah, this guy.
Gotta flip that one.
You gotta flip this one.
Flip that bitch.
Yay!
Yay? Okay,
Yay.
I'm
Yellow.
gonna trust you.
It is yellow. I don't
Alright.
know what the other side looks like.
It's a really mean-looking cloud.
Oh,
Hold on,
it's
you
purple.
just heard something.
Huh?
You hear a short cry of pain and surprise. It comes from among the trees distinctly ahead. You press on with your pursuit and follow a few moments later.
I
You
think
happen upon a lifeless body of a man lying at the foot of the summer-leaning oak.
Oh man, I was too late. I heard them scream.
He is dressed in travel-stained clothes that smell strongly of body odor. Gross.
Sweat.
Sad Luigi, why?
Your smells of sweat.
Alright.
Mostly sweat and not much blood.
Oh god. He is
Ugh.
wearing an old leather jerkin and a brown woolen hat. A bow lies by his side along a quiver containing 4 arrows. Attached to his belt is a short sword and a black leather scabbard. It appears that in his haste he has tripped over the roots of the tree, slammed his head first into its trunk. The impact was forceful enough to break this man's neck.
Oh, God.
Christ.
It's like, oh my, this is not how I want to go.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Let's lose his body.
That's a,
What?
Is
Can
that
I
the,
loot his body?
is
Okay,
that
so
a good
if
thing
you
to
decide
do?
to search, player may decide to search the dead body. They will find a short sword that has not been well looked after. The hilt is badly corroded and the blade is deeply pitted with rust. This is not a serviceable weapon, and you should discourage the players from keeping it.
Okay. Well, fuck that. It's terrible.
Okay.
What else
So,
does he have?
also attached to his belt is a small woolen drawstring bag containing 6 gold crowns.
Fuck yeah.
They may take these if they wish, sharing them amongst themselves at their discretion. So
20 for me.
okay,
This money is mine.
so
Hell yeah.
let's just call it that.
Eh.
That's probably not how those are supposed to work, but fuck it. How else am I supposed to? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I see that I have belt pouch, maximum 50 gold coins or equivalent.
Okay.
I just went up from 14 to 20.
Nice. Alright, so
This is how
The-
we make money.
when you
We chase people to death and then we take their cash.
What?
you know, like true heroes.
I didn't mean to scare you.
Alright, when you guys decide to move on, you're gonna come to a part where the forest and the trees start to thin out. Through the gaps of the trunks, they will get to see Lake Helmar and the remains of the missing caravan, the 2 wagons that had been abandoned at the water's edge.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Let's go.
So,
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So, beautiful Lake Helmar would be an ideal place to stop and enjoy a meal, were it not for the gruesome remains of the crime that took place here a week ago. One of the two- One of the 2 wagons is a missing wheel from its rear axle. The other vehicle lies overturned, partly submerged in the waters at the edge of the lake. The 8 horses that were used to pull the 2 wagons have been cut free from their trances
Dang
and
it.
are nowhere to be seen. Both wagons have been emptied of their cargoes. You can see no obvious signs of the merchants and the bodyguards who rode them all the way to Holmgard. What do you want to do?
One more time, such the carts. Yes.
Okay, so you want to search the wagons?
Yes.
Okay.
For
So,
clues. Like Scooby-Doo
closer
and
inspection
children.
will reveal patches of dried blood on the floors and sides
Whoa.
of the empty wagons. There are also 2 arrows embedded deeply into the wooden side of the wagon that is overturned and half submerged in the lake. The other wagon reveals 3 places where it could have also been struck by arrows. These missiles have been retrieved, leaving behind the puncture holes made by the steel tips and the gouge marks made by the dagger that was used to dig them out.
He said, look, take a closer look at those 2 arrows that are left behind. Whoever did this, they know not to be tracked.
Okay.
Sloppy work, I'd say.
Yeah, they left 2 behind. Alright?
I don't know why I'm smelling the blood. I'm not a bloodhound. I can't track it that way.
Oh, okay.
Why did they take the horses? Dang it.
Probably to flee.
Yeah.
We hate walking, they probably hate walking too.
Well, well, why not give us the horses then?
Because they wanted to get the fuck away.
Man, some people are so inconsiderate.
Okay.
Eh.
So,
Yeah.
what else would you like to search?
See if there's tracking. See if I can find where they went. Is it possible? No.
That is not necessarily. I mean,
I got it.
fuck it, you can.
I got a 10.
All right. All right.
God gets to tell us exactly where they went. Put a marker on their map.
you find several tracks in the loamy soil around the abandoned wagons. Many of them are booted footprints. From the number and position of these prints, it's safe to conclude that this is the place where the fight between the caravan passengers and their attackers took place. Some of the footprints and all of the hoofed prints lead way from the wagons and trail off around the edge of the lake towards a cluster of wooded hills away to the north. These horse tracks are unusually deep, indicating that the animals were heavy laden when they made them. You are about to
They
follow
took
these
the
tracks
turbo.
when suddenly a small group of men and women break from the cover of the trees and come charging down the lake towards you.
Ah!
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me.
No, please don't
So-
hurt us.
The bandits
them.
No. They are hill people. seen them
They're
in.
mole people.
I seen them in my nightmares. Although they look a lot scarier in my dreams.
They're people made of hills.
I always thought giant rocks maybe, but oh well.
They are people made of hell.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Nine.
Congratulations.
Alright. So,
Wait.
Six.
Ah.
so I need a pencil. Alright,
Dang it! No, come back! Baby, come back! You can play with
Alright. So, order battle. Okay. So how this
To make some
goes.
money.
We must slay the hill people, the hill lambs.
Kill them so that way you no longer have the nightmares.
Yes, I will avenge my non-existent brother.
The only reason why he does not exist is because they ate him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Did you go with him while he was searching the
Yeah.
tracks? Okay.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Okay, so Luca,
Yeah.
Sad Luigi. I know his name is Don, but Sad Luigi.
Let's go
Alright,
with that.
who's taller?
You would be taller.
Am I taller?
I don't think there's
Does
any.
it tell us?
No.
I
not
think
really.
you guys can decide for yourselves.
I'm shorter. I'll go with that.
Okay. Well, Luigi is notoriously tall, but.
Or we're thinking about like video game size. I'm much shorter than normal people.
That's true. Then I guess I am the taller one.
Okay.
Think of it as-
So,
Think like live action with cartoon characters.
alright. Give me 1 second because
I am
the
a gorgeous
mob
man.
goes first.
Did you say the mom goes first?
The mob.
Oh, the
Mob.
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 Organized mob.
Okay, so, and you are,
I am.
Ah.
okay. So how this goes,
I'm going to
'Cause
kill
we-
all of them but one.
because now we are going to have to talk about health. So with this,
Shit.
you have health and you have endurance and you have health, right?
Oh,
I see-
just endurance.
I see endurance. I
Okay.
do not see health.
Okay, so endurance is what it is.
Okay.
Um
I have 21 of those.
Oh, never mind. The H for me on this table is not stand for health. I should read the key. So you are going to take a 4 hit to your endurance,
Fuck.
knocking it down.
I don't like that.
Alright.
I'm now at 17.
Okay. Now, and that was the mob working as a whole.
Okay. So we don't have to, like,
Alright, good.
I
Fight
don't
individuals.
think I have to do, because that would be insane. I have five little people, not little people, just bandits. I have 5 bandits, and if they all got to go first before you guys, I don't see how that would be fair.
that's true.
So, that does make combat
Okay.
order now your turn.
My turn. Okay, I am going to stab them in the butt.
Okay.
Is that
so,
allowed?
Collective butt.
What's
I'm a butt
your-
stabber.
Okay, so you're sitting at what right now?
17. Wait
But you're
for my-
adding ambidextrous.
Oh, yeah,
so
and the
that-
dexterous, so that's a 20.
Okay, so roll your random number
I got
or flippity flop it.
a 6.
6.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's gonna knock 2. Alright, so now it is Luigi. Can we just keep using Luigi? I don't know.
Yeah, let's okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
It's better than putting him in a stupid game where all he does is be frightened and have to fight ghosts.
hey, Luigi's Mansion is a great
don't talk shit
fucking-
about Luigi's Mansion.
I'm just saying he deserves more solo titles because that's his only
you're
one.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. Luigi does deserve better. However, I find that he may be more courageous than Mario Hearttake
Yeah.
because courage is not the absence of fear, but doing the right thing despite being
Right.
afraid. And he is very afraid.
Okay, I got.
Luca's little nugget of wisdom.
I'm
here.
taking my hammer and I'm swinging at him.
Okay, remind me your combat.
Let's see. Combat total is 17, plus the +2 for the shield, and then with the weapon skill of the Warhammer, it's a +2, so that's a 19 total.
I think it's technically, if I remember the book, just the 17.
Hmm?
So
Uh,
here, let me read. Yeah. So, yeah, you have the. That seems. So you're using. Are you using your Warhammer or are you using your shield?
use balls.
Okay,
Amazing.
19.
Awesome.
Alright.
Hooray!
Alright. Okay.
Now roll
so,
them bones.
Oh.
Yes?
Yes, go.
That did not fall completely down. Let me try again.
This is.
That's, I landed at an 8.
Okay.
It's like in Smash Brothers, where you go with the powder hammer. It goes waka waka. Wait, no, that is Pac-Man.
Whack.
Pac-the-Man. Pac-the-Man.
Okay, so now it goes to the bandit. And the bandit is.
I like to
going-
imagine that they have all climbed on top of each other like Chinese acrobats and are fighting as one giant bandit transformer.
Ah.
Yeah,
Or bandit Zord.
that would be
Yeah.
tight.
Oh,
That'd be
that
tight.
looks cool.
Alright, so.
If you stab them in their collective butt, they will eventually fall.
Okay.
Go for the
So,
knees.
Luigi,
Yeah.
you're gonna get your endurance knocked down 3.
Okay, that's not too bad. Okay.
And then it is
Okay.
your turn.
Ah.
Alright, I'm going to stab them again, guard.
Damn.
Okay, so
Make
roll.
them pay.
I got an 8.
Okay, you got an 8.
Yep. Grateful 8. Hateful 8.
Ah.
Alright.
More butt stabbing.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, I say, I do it again what I did before. The 19 for my skill.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Yep.
Yay.
Got the 8. Hell yeah.
That's a
Okay.
9 there.
Alright, so the bandits are now gone and taken care of.
Hooray.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not gone. Okay, so. Hold on.
Are they dead? I specifically said I wanted one of them alive for questioning purposes.
May I question them, please?
Okay,
You're going
so
to get answers
they're-
out of these ones.
They are. They are. Okay, so. Oh, that would help. All right.
And then we'll kill that one after we get the answers that we want. And then we'll take all of their money and their stuff.
So, the bandit leader approaches. He is Logrim the Bloody.
Yeah, because I made him bloody by stabbing him in the ass.
I think it was already buddy before I got here.
He is armed with a large bladed, long haft axe, and he looks very mean indeed. So,
Hey.
you have to fight him now.
Oh, okay.
And he goes first.
Use your mind power.
Alright.
So, sorry about that. He
Yeah.
just basically stood in the bushes watching his team get fucking pummeled, and then decides to emerge.
He jumps out, says ooga booga.
And
You know, like traditional RPG.
yeah, this
Um,
is wow. It's very
Very
traditional.
80s.
Yeah, it's very traditional. It's different. We haven't really done this a whole lot. So, anyways, he goes first.
It is giving me flashback, like time when I was child.
Did your father beat you too?
No, my father was very loving.
Your base is 15, right?
For what?
Combat.
Yeah.
15. Okay. So,
Oh no. No!
okay. He's going to knock you for 12 endurance.
Yikes.
I'm down to
Yep.
7 now. It's almost like God is doing the whole city of mist on us now.
No, literally just playing the combat table, okay?
Hey.
It is your turn.
It is my turn now. Okay.
Ow.
Well, let's fuck him up, I guess.
Alright.
I'll be right there. Ow.
That
it's
was
a-
a 6. Yes.
It's a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 6.
My 20.
What's your 20? Okay.
Mhm.
So,
I like to stab him directly in the grundle.
well, you do so. He's very, very angry.
Hooray!
Now it is your turn.
Ow. Let's see. I can do a healing from one of my disciplines.
Yeah.
Because my nose is probably all mangled. It looks like a deflated dodgeball.
Okay. You'd like to do healing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please. My nose is deflated.
So,
Oh, shit. Let me do that.
Heals injuries to self and others. Luigi, your beautiful nose.
Ow! There we go.
okay. So, by using healing, you can heal up to 5 points of endurance.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So, now is your turn. Oh, wait, no, it's my turn. My B. Alright, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, God.
Yeah.
What kind of pain am I suffering today?
9.
Okay. I'm not feeling so hot. It is a bedtime.
We're under level for this boss.
I have 8 hit points left.
I have 12.
Okay,
Perhaps.
your turn.
Okay. It's like, you're mean. I attack him.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Random number.
yeah. Oh, shit.
Wait. Is it his turn or my turn?
Well, did you attack?
No.
No. Oh, I fucked up. Then you attack.
Okay.
Damn it.
Mubby.
Stabbing time. I got a 10.
All right.
What's the 20?
All right.
It's 30?
All right. Okay.
Mazel tov.
Now it is your turn.
I go in again.
Yep.
Kill him.
My turn. It's a 7.
All right.
Plus
So
my
it's a 7 to
19.
your
To my 19.
19. Okay. 7?
Yeah.
Alright. He is out of there.
Hooray!
Yay! Okay. So, once Logrum the bloody
has become so bloody you cannot recognize him.
just kind of gets stuck in your craw. That took a dark turn. Players can follow the trail left behind the heavy laden horses and the men assigned to escort them. Their tracks lead way into the hills north of Lake Helmar. It's an easy trail to follow. The hoof prints and footprints can be easily seen in the soft soil of the lake's edge. After no more than 15 minutes spent following this trail, you have happened upon a forest track that leads you directly to the bandits' encampment. It appears to be deserted, save for 8 horses that have been corralled in an area ringed by a crude fence constructed by shaped logs.
Yay!
There are several tents nearby, as well as smoldering remains of 3 campfires. You search the tents and discover the cargoes that were looted from the merchant wagons at the lakeside. You also discovered 3 tired and anxious-looking merchants. Their wrists have been bound with rope, and they are further bound by additional lengths of rope at the central tent post.
Alright, well, we got
Hello
3.
there.
Kai be praised, we do not have to dare to hope that we be rescued by such esteemed party as
Please.
young Kai lords. Come untie us and let us gather our belongings,
Please.
bury our fallen brother, and leave this dreadful encampment. This misadventure will teach us not to leave the road again. We were so wary of attack on the road, we left the path and ended up walking right into an ambush instead.
That'll learn ya.
What do you want to do?
But where's Travis?
Travis is with them.
Oh.
I,
Yeah.
Wait,
Did you?
there are 4 of you.
There was one dead merchant.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
There were, Travis and the surviving merchants, so there are 4 of them. 3
Okay.
unnamed merchants in Travis. Sorry.
Ah.
No dead merchants. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Okay.
Hooray! So what do you want to
Okay.
do?
Well, we untie them,
Okay.
and
Let's-
then
Let's
help
get your
them
car.
gather their stuff.
Let's get all your stuff, and we can get the horses, and we don't have to work. Yay!
Okay. The merchants. Oh, damn.
Huh?
Okay, so, some of the merchants kind of talk amongst themselves, asking what's going to happen to the dead bandits. Travis insists that their corpses are left where they fell. He says that the woodland creatures will dispose of them all in good time. Do you guys find that comfortable to hear, or not so much?
Hey, do you hear something?
I don't.
Okay,
mean-
you don't care? That's
I
fine.
don't care. They're kind of assholes. Then we said hello, and then they tried to stab us.
Ah! Look at my nose.
Fuck them. Let me take their shit.
Okay, alright,
Can I loot their bodies?
no, you may
We're
not.
already past that point.
Damn it!
There are a bunch of bears
Alright.
eating their carcasses now.
That was fast. They usually like to let them sit out in the sun and rot a little before they eat them.
Well, they want some fresh meat for once.
very atypical of bears.
We can't. There's no bears here to ask, so that we don't know.
Okay.
All right. So, congratulations are in order, my fine young Kai Lords. You have succeeded in your mission and emerged victorious.
Hooray!
You have discovered what happened to the lost caravan, and you have rescued the surviving merchants and their leader, Travis. Well done. After the burial of Melciar is completed, you gather around and offer prayer to the god Kai to watch over his soul and keep it safe from the forces of darkness. Travis, a devoted follower of the goddess Ishur, also says a prayer over the merchant's grave, beseeching her to keep safe Melciar's spirit for all eternity. With some reluctance, Travis is persuaded to return with his fellow merchants to the bandit encampment in order that they may release their horses. The merchants attend to the horses, making improvised saddles for them out of folded blankets and lengths of rope. Meanwhile, Travis searches for his personal belongings, which were confiscated by Logrim when he first was dragged here a week ago. He finds what he is looking for and also discovers a large pouch filled with gold crowns that he gleefully attaches to his belt. Then he returns to his companions, announces that he has acquired some compensation for the theft of their cargo. He shares out the gold crowns among them. Now the time has come to leave the camp for good. Together, you mount up and return to Lake Helmar. You follow the forest trail, and by mid-afternoon, you reach the King's Highway. Only a few hours of daylight remain, too few for you to complete the long ride to the capital. As dusk approaches, you stop at the roadside inn, and Travis insists that you spend the night here and continue to home guard in the morning.
Sure.
The merchant leader insists that he pays for the cost of the room and lodging for you all.
Yay.
Tired from his
Oh, yeah.
excursion of the memorable day, you readily agree his generous offer from the warmth of his bosom.
His bosom.
Mammal bosom. Shortly after dawn, you arise from your comfortable beds and meet with Travis in front of the inn. The innkeeper's son has already looked after the horses well, and they are groomed and ready for the ride to Homeguard. The long ride to the capital passes uneventfully, and by early evening you arrived at the city's grand north gate. Travis is a native Homeguarder, and returning to the city of his birth fills him with pride in his chest. You pass through the north gate with ease. The watchmen on duty here all know Travis, and they wave your party of riders through the gate without let or hindrance. Travis leads you through the teeming streets of Homeguard, and you get to feast your eyes on its many wonderful buildings, shops, and tree-lined avenues as you go. At length, you arrive at the Guild Gate. This is the entrance to the city's opulent guild quarter. Travis shows the guards his trade master's seal, the mark of a master tradesman of the city, and respectfully they open the heavy oak doors and permit you all to enter. The guild quarter is where some of the richest and most revered citizens of Homeguard reside. Contained within the encircling guild wall, this is an area of wealth, culture, and refinement. Travis leads you along sweet-smelling Duana Street, where exotic emporiums of spice merchants stand side by side with the shops of florists and perfumers. At length you come to a magnificent green-roofed building constructed of ancient stone. Travis delights you in telling you that this is the Guild Hall, the second oldest building in Homeguard. You dismount from your horses in the Guild Hall stables and follow Travis as he makes his way to the Guildmaster's chambers. An audience with the Guildmaster, Balnor Gage, is swiftly granted. Respectfully, you are presented to the Guildmaster in his opulent chamber. With a somber expression, the elderly man listens to Travis's account of what befell his caravan, his fellow merchants, and the bodyguards assigned to their protection. He then turns to you all and asks for you to relate your adventure too. So,
Well,
First, we walked a lot, and we found a deer we couldn't save.
Okay.
We stopped the purse snatcher, we walked some more, found what happened to the caravan, got attacked by hill monsters, then came a really big hill monster. We took care of that one. Then we followed his bloody footprints to where your friends were. Then we rode the horses here so that we didn't have to walk anymore.
Is this also your account?
I like the way he tells the story.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so upon hearing your account, the venerable guildmaster rises from his throne-like chair and praises you for all the bravery and your courage. Well done.
Yay!
Well done. Well done, my fine fellows, he says with a benevolent smile. You have served us with great distinction. Your order shall be rightfully proud when they hear of your achievement. The guildmaster makes provision to retrieve Trevis's cargo from the bandit encampment and bring it to Homeguard. The master trader is overjoyed to hear this, and he proffers
Pringles?
Proffers.
the
Pringles.
guildmaster his heartfelt thanks. You are invited to spend the night at the guild hall, sample the many luxuries it has to offer. Fine food, vintage wine, and a recital by the royal court musicians, and make it especially enjoyable time for you all.
I'm going to drink a lot, get fucking drunk, sing karaoke,
Drink
eat
a
some
lot.
food,
Drink
drink
some.
some more.
Over the course of the evening, you plan to discuss your return to the Kai Monastery tomorrow. You agree to rise early and leave the guild hall at first light. You gonna be sore in the morning.
I'll put a blindfold around you so the sun doesn't hurt your eyes.
It is a sensible schedule, but things do not work quite out as planned. Something happens on your way back to the Kai Monastery, something that brings you into contact with an ancient evil that has awoken from a long and restless sleep.
Aww.
So,
But we just got our first mission done.
well, okay, 1 second. To start, congratulations! Both you and your players have completed your first introductory adventure together, and hopefully with a great success. One of the best things about playing the Lone Wolf Adventure Game is seeing your characters grow and change as they become more experienced. By completing the Lost Caravan, your players can now advance to rank 6.
Hey.
They should mark this proudly on their action chart.
Proudly.
In addition to any new items and equipment the players have gained during their travels, they are now entitled to choose a new Kai discipline. Allow each players to look at the list of Kai disciplines, see in the Book of Kai Training, page 37, and choose a new one to learn. Some of your players may already have decided which new discipline they want. No, they haven't. They don't even fucking know where the book is. Finally commend the players for surviving the venture. They are no longer Kai initiates. You now are Kai aspirants.
Aspirants? Is that
Kai ass.
Kai ass.
Kai aspirants? You know, I could use an aspirant. My head kinda hurts.
Alright, so that was the first of the adventures.
Oh.
It is first the adventures, and we are nearing our break point. We're off by a few minutes, so I'm gonna let them look at said thing for discipline. A new discipline for them to do.
Discipline.
Discipline. We're gonna do that on camera because we've never leveled in front of you guys.
Ugh.
Yeah. What are you looking at, pervs?
Whoa, you guys are fine.
Is this what you want to see?
If you want to see more of this, then maybe you should pay us money.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just excited you guys get to experience like this whole thing. This is so campy, and it's I don't know. It's different.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I played the sad Luigi.
It's
It
different.
is fun for Jace. It is not so fun for Luca. Luca is a force of chaos, and this is shoehorning me into being lawful, and I do not like that.
I understand. Okay, so here are the Kai disciplines. Starting on page 37.
Hell yeah.
So you get to learn a new one.
Hooray!
Hooray! So while they're doing that, it's probably, I don't know. We're just filling some time in, because this is a little bit new and different, and it's kind of like, I guess I don't have quite a review for it yet, but it's definitely different from anything that we've played thus far, and definitely, yeah, this is classic. This is classically good, which sometimes works out, sometimes doesn't. It's hard to say. So, yeah. Yep. I would usually try and say we should go to break, but we have decisions to make on break. So
What should we do?
yeah, we need that precious time, just for the fact that we need precious time. I don't even know who's watching right now, so I don't know really who I'm talking to. But hey, what's up? How
Who
you
are you?
doing? What?
Why are you looking at me?
Cause they're looking at us.
Okay, I am picking mind over matter. There you are.
Let's see what we got.
You're precious, and I love you because you're watching us. Not like, okay, that wasn't, fuck. All right. I'm just so, thank you for the loyalty. That's mostly what I was trying to say. It didn't come out that way, and I apologize. Yeah. So.
It was innuendo, yeah? No.
It usually shows. It's like half of what I say. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. So, yeah, when it comes to things like updating character sheets and leveling up, it's not always the most glamorous work. But it gives us a chance to optimize things for the. It helps you get better acquainted with your character. Not that you aren't probably aware of that. It's just, fill in. Yeah. So, that's usually actually why we don't include it in the videos with you guys. It's not as action-packed.
No.
It's not as action-packed.
No.
I wish I could. What if there was like an action-packed way of like leveling up?
Montage.
That would be wild.
It would be wild. Well, even montages kind of like you get to like wet your little feet. You're not really like. I think it would have to be leveling up that was determined by your DM.
Yeah.
For it to be instantaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could probably refute it. Sorry. You could probably refute it later or discuss it later. That might be an interesting mechanic.
Yep.
Don't steal our ideas.
They'll steal.
Or
them.
steal them. I don't care.
There's really nothing we can do with that one.
It might be able to do something with that one. Did you pick one?
Yeah.
You picked one?
Hunting.
Hunting. Okay, sad Luigi. Well, that was just enough time for us to need to go on break. So please come on back. We may be doing more of this. We may be doing something else. Who knows? Tune in after the break to find out what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be right back, guys.
Is this thing on? I don't know if this is how this works. Is this how this works? Technology. I don't know how this works. So listen, You're watching this video and you're having a nice time watching us make right fools of ourselves, so you know what you should do? You should pledge on our Patreon is exactly what you should do. We offer exclusive content, including a super secret Discord server where you can go in and control factions in the game, meaning that you can fuck with our gameplay while we are trying to play. It's a really good time. You can move things around like enemies, enemy factions. You can change the economy of the game effectively, which is pretty crazy. We also have super secret informant information up on our Patreon that players are not even privy to. You will know things that we do not know, and that is stressful for me. So if anything, do it for me. So if you like tabletop role-playing content and you want to support independent content creators, you should go and pledge on our Patreon. The link is in the description below. And if you don't, I'm gonna come to your house. And you don't want me to come to your house. Okay, well, enjoy the rest of the episode.
Holy cow. And we're back. Alright, so we decided that
We're gonna make a mess.
We're gonna make a mess. We're not really sure what we want to do with the rest of that game. It's not a bad game. We're just a little out of practice when it comes to lawful good.
Plus, plus, a couple of us are a little mentally tired from the day too. Where you don't want to keep going with roleplay right now.
Yeah. So.
Being sad, Luigi really drains you.
I bet it would. So. All right. I think my name has only slipped once, and I kind of want to keep it that way. You might not know my name, but what you can know is that I work, I peddle art supplies as a day job, and I'm going to show you the magical world of white women hobbies. And so we're going to do pour painting. Yeah! Do-do-do-do!
Yeah. So that we don't have a
so
ceiling mounted camera. Maybe if people paid us, we could do that.
Oh,
yeah, we're under budget, but if we do it now, we'll be sure to probably next week when they're dry, be able to show you what monstrosities we make tonight. So, how this goes is you've got your cheap medium, pouring medium. You've got your paint color, usually in mass quantity, because you're going to be wasting a lot of it. You have bottle caps as a means of once the paint is on here and you knock it around, you're going to want to keep this elevated so that it doesn't stick to your drop cloth. We got cups for colors, we got stir sticks, and paper
Jesus.
towels. So, yeah, let's get started. Do either of you fucking... You know what? Fuck it. Okay, so this is for a dirty pour, and that's
Okay.
the name of it. What you do is you pour all of your colors that you've mixed in here, and then you do this, and then it's a dirty pour. And then there's other shit you can do as well that
Neat.
you can swipe with like a paper clout. I'm just gonna let you do your due, because
I've never done this before.
it's really like there are some people who pioneered this where it is a very like it's fuck it, we were all art majors, so when it comes to modern art, what sometimes feels lacking in technique is made up for in precision color choice. Massive produced quantities of said paintings and only finding a handful that are actually decent. It's a weird, we come from commercial art, so we come from kind of a judgy place. I come from an especially judgy place because I have to deal with white moms all day answering questions about this. So, but there are some people who have mastered this pouring technique and creating these cellular art pieces, and they're really cool. But what we're doing is not going to be like that. We're doing the hobby part, so.
Rebecca!
All right, so yeah, you take your cup, you take a color, you pour color into the cup. You take medium. You pour medium into the cup. Not a crazy amount of medium.
2 bajillion pounds.
Because we're limited. This is the only gallon I thought to bring.
That's fine.
If you've got a stir stick, which I didn't put any on my end. Oh, thank you. Stir it.
It's open.
Yeah, I see that.
There's a lid. Don't fuck yourself.
Stirred. Not shook. Stirred.
Chicken, not stirred.
Stirred, not shook. Okay. Still a fan of all attack, please. And then, depending on what you want to do, you can pour it in to the bigger cup, or you can like pour it onto the canvas. Like, hooray, art. Yeah, so that is pretty much that. And that's why there's supposed to be lots of cups, lots of stir sticks. This is a huge fucking waste. But, you know, hobbies and being cool and hip with the trend. Is that a phrase? That's probably not.
Well, it is now.
Woo! Hip with the trend. All right.
Put it on a shirt.
Hip with the trend. Yeah.
Still haven't approved the spicy time yet.
Yeah. Well, we can discuss
can
that. Yeah, we can hope and dream, and we would really love to monetize our shit.
We're here for
and-
the merch, mostly so that way we can wear it ourselves and not look stupid.
Yeah. It's when you're your own biggest fan, it's a little bit even less cool than when like your mom's your biggest fan. Not necessarily. You should be your own. Fuck God. Okay, so you should be your own biggest fan. For like mental health reasons. You just it's that delicate fine line between the humble brag and seemingly douche. Maybe.
Seemingly douche.
Yeah. All right.
Le douche rebellion.
Okay. So.
It smells funny in here.
Yes, it's the medium.
Look
And
at
then
that
you can
color.
cut it. You can cut it with water, I should say.
Well, you think this is a house with plumbing?
Alright. Yeah. And then. Oh, you're black.
It's looking cool.
Well, excuse me.
Ew.
Oh God. This happens sometimes.
Manners.
It's older.
I've always
Hey.
hated that noise.
Yeah, it's older. Maybe. Okay. Oh, this guy.
We're doing the paint stuff.
Yeah. So, okay. We've all been
Thanks.
we all met in college.
Yep.
Good times.
Yeah.
Very first day of class, and the very first class we had. First day, first room, first class. Amazing how that turned out actually.
Yeah.
Classroom. The class was called Intro to Animated Storytelling.
Yep.
I remember that very well. How many of us have changed?
I've changed a lot.
Hell yeah.
Some of us have not. No, I'm kidding. We all changed a fair amount for sure. All that stuff, but we've been hanging out for a fairly long time. We've been playing games for a fairly long time. But one thing, we don't really ask each other a shit ton of questions.
Nope.
No, we don't.
We're very private people.
Mostly because we don't want to, get too far in with one another. So we don't know what the fuck that means yet.
Speak for yourself, my dude.
Uh,
I've just got a lot of trauma to unpack.
True.
But I was trying to spin this. I was trying to spin this into a more positive direction, but I don't know. Since we're kind of here,
It's got dingleberry.
with witnesses, what got you all interested in pursuing art and gaming?
That's a good one.
It falls into the, I guess, origin stories, maybe, potentially.
Well, not as tragic as some of us would with certain tragic villains, I guess. Mr. Freeze and what is it? What's the other cold one? Ice King. Yeah.
Ice King.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Not
Simon,
Captain Cold, but that's cool.
I mean, Simon does have a pretty tragic backstory. Not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what got you guys interested?
Pretty nerdy. Being nerdy, and you wanted to do something with it. It was really trying to do something productive with it back then when you were kids. What the fuck were you supposed to do?
I've always had stories to tell, and I really liked comic books, more specifically manga, and like Easter style storytelling. So, which you can kind of see a lot in my art style. So I kind of decided that I wanted to go into animation because I really like cartoons. But I think I'm switching gears more to comics and webcomics, more specifically, because that just seems to fit my jam a little bit better. The cartoon scene here isn't geared towards adult style stories like I want to tell, and I am definitely not child friendly.
Okay.
I don't believe in censoring your children at all.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just have to be
Okay.
careful.
Alright, I don't know, a bunch of this stuff here.
So what if you're doing the dirty pour? What I might recommend is pick up the canvas. Put it. Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't.
This is where
No.
don't.
super glue and leaves
No,
would be
here.
a good idea.
Yeah. What? Try taping them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try taping them.
Let's be smart.
Yeah.
What's having a brain? I don't know.
Only I had a brain. I still have it, but don't use. I don't know. I don't put it to good use anymore.
Yeah. And then I might recommend.
I was an honor student, but then the pressure of having to maintain high grades caused me to have a mental breakdown. Now all I do is what was it? Smoke pot and watch conspiracy videos on YouTube all day. I don't actually do that. No, I'm an asthmatic. I'm allergic to smoke.
It's a internet joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not asthmatic. And I'm allergic to smoke. Fun fact, if you want to kill me, just smoke around me. And steal my inhaler.
Okay. Alright, and then let's kind of move this shit, because you are
Ugh,
good to go.
my thing is gonna
Private.
look so ugly. Oh man.
We'll find
Okay.
out.
Oh,
yeah.
Here in a few seconds. I'm just gonna make this whole battalion right here.
Alright, and yeah, you've got a lot on your side, so that should be good.
Where's that tape at?
I'm gonna put this up here.
Cover the goods.
The more like just to
Mitigate
Yeah.
the issues.
it might be a dam. It
Possibly.
yeah, because that's a lot of paint.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hold up.
Alright.
And,
And
go. Whoop,
and
whoop,
then-
hold up.
Yeah. Alright, and then plop. Yeah. You're an honorary white woman now.
Hooray.
You don't
What
need-
I've never
what?
wanted
You
to
don't
be.
need that in your life, buddy.
What I have never wanted to be.
Okay, and so now what you do if you want is you kind of knock it around to get it on all the corners. You like, it's like a plinko or something.
Pachinko.
I need the
Yeah.
tape.
Okay. So. Okay. You're doing it, buddy. You got this.
I'm getting it.
I came down here from a square state that may or may not exist.
Nobody knows.
It's-
It's a mystery.
It's called Wyoming.
It
What?
may or may not exist. I came down because
The lore is not confirmed yet.
It's part of that.
It's not canon
It's
yet.
part of that area in the country where as soon as you leave like the northern part of Colorado, it's like nothing exists out there. You know, you see things, but you know it's not real.
So I may or may not have come from there. I may or may not have. Well, I came down here originally for 3D animation. I kind of wanted to. It was trying to pursue the arts by thinking that I could also justify, yeah, this is a pragmatic approach to, 3D animation is on the rise. I really want to provide some of the same good feels to kids who are lonely. That I got to
damn it.
benefit as a kid.
Messed it up.
It's okay. It's alright. And then you.
Look, they just got on my shirt.
Okay, so just lift. And you've got one bottle cap.
I know I did.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It is what it is now.
ugh.
Alright.
I gotta fix this real quick. Whoop.
You're gonna. Oh, okay.
Ah, fixed it.
Alright.
Oh, it's toxic.
Uh,
Don't eat it.
it may look yummy, kids, but remember, think of Tide Pod. May look yummy, but it's not worth
It's
it.
the forbidden fruit.
First try is always a disaster.
Mine looks like a marble tile.
Mine looks like shit. Yeah, mine looks like shit.
It's the way I said that. It's just.
Like I said, this is what the.
Give me another spare bottle cap, please, so I can put it underneath here.
Yeah.
Because the tape did not hold on one.
Okay.
Thank God.
I don't remember what the fuck I was saying.
Ugh. Ugh, I can feel the wet paint on the against my skin. Take one of these. Ugh. Feels weird. Ugh. It looks even worse on my shirt.
I wasn't gonna say, but I guess I will now. It looks kind of like just diarrhea.
Yeah.
Honestly, like a baby.
Yeah, you're
leaked.
you're an uncle.
A baby.
I
leaked
haven't
all
dealt
over
with
you.
spit up yet, though.
Yeah, you're an uncle though. This is
This is
training.
a rite of passage.
This is training. No.
Ugh.
So-
That's got chunks on it.
Because we all met through art school, though. Only, at least at this table, one of us was a game art major. What got you interested in tabletop games, specifically?
All I remember about tabletop games before I even started it was just little to nothing, actually. All I knew about it was the joke how D&D was like the sanctuary for nerds and outcasts. That was the only joke I knew about it. And then come college time, most of the people we met during the first class decided to do get-togethers at Cass and Adam and Derek's first apartment together to just hang out and play games.
And then you became a bona fide nerd.
Yeah. Well, I missed the first time when it all went down, unfortunately, because I don't know, I guess I was just a loser at the time still. But the second time, however, that's when it all got hooked.
Well, it's no one's
I
passing
feel like
judgment
I
here.
feel like the colors are a personification between you and me, Jace.
No judgments.
No, I feel so bad at myself now.
No, it's fine.
No,
This
it's,
is a learning process.
This is a learning process. Think of it more like it's, you know what it really reminds me of? Like a really weird kaleidoscope version of, that time between summer and fall when some trees have really turned already and some others are still bright, vibrant green. So, what about you? You had mentioned you and your high school buddies had some previous tabletop experience, yeah?
No, we did not do
No?
tabletop.
Okay.
We more so had done forum-based role-playing, so it's kind of like a round-robin storytelling sort of dealing, no mechanics at all. It was just kind of like, alright, well, whatever narratively makes more sense is what we're gonna do, and it's like collaborative writing, which was really, really cool. Let me see.
Yeah,
There's some more.
I've seen the best. Actually, I've seen the worst when it comes to just the whole social media RP stuff. That was really fucking creepy to look at.
But, yeah, it was like creating original characters, but not from like, not doing original characters as in like, oh, this is my Naruto OC, who is the daughter of Naruto and Sasuke.
Boruto's dead.
Right, and so, it was more so like developing our own actual characters, and just having a whole plethora of them. And I had a tendency to kind of lead the storyline where it was supposed to go because no one else had plot ideas. Or they had some plot ideas but didn't really know how to flesh them out a whole lot. And so I kind of wound up running a lot of games that way. Or rather threads because they weren't really games. That's also how I met Yuki, who is one of our moderators.
Hey, Yuki.
Yep, as well as Blue and Inu, who I still talk to. There are a couple other people that I had met through online role-playing that I don't really talk to anymore, but still pretty neat. And I still do written-based role-plays too, just for funsies. Like, I don't do a whole lot of, like, actually talking to people when I'm like on my phone. I'm more so replying to roleplays more often than not, because that's just what I like to do.
Okay.
Writing for fun? What's that?
What nonsense.
Alright. And as you can see, I did this totally in the wrong order. But, yep, so, no, that's really cool. I've had only one tabletop experience prior to college, and that was I tried in middle school to play 4th edition D&D, and well, it gets better.
Yeah.
So, one, I will admit, I did not listen to my DM whatsoever. He tried warning me not to make this character, and I fucking made him anyway, or her anyways. I was a wizard in a 2-man party, an elven wizard in a 2-man party, so I kept dying and couldn't do any damage, and I didn't understand why. So I was like, fuck this.
And now you don't play wizards.
And, well, I have not played a wizard yet again. I'm waiting until the trauma has passed.
That's fair.
Yeah, but that was pretty much my prior experience to it. I knew of some peeps who were still into it in high school, and I just didn't think that I could do the upkeep because I played a wizard, which had a lot of homework first and foremost. Like, so that was my prior experience, and then I wanted friends who lived in the area, and
Friends.
yeah, I wasn't so great with the whole, like, I guess party scene or anything, so yeah, no, I got into it that way again, and it's been a lot of fun. No. Okay, so out of your OCs, because I know you guys have a lot of them, which one would you say is your current favorite right now, and why?
Current favorite OC right now,
Yeah,
and why?
yeah, and it's all of your OC history.
Oof. Probably my current favorite OC is Odie.
Okay.
And that's probably because I relate to him on an emotional level. Yeah. He's a bundle of joy. I like him. He's also got lots of anxiety, so that's a thing.
What about you, Ty?
And current original character, it'd still have to be Maris for sure. Cannot. I did not expect to get attached to a character I thought was just gonna be a throwaway, but the more you draw them, you still get more attached to them. Did not anticipate it, but it happened.
Oh, that's really important, and that's really cool. I think when it comes to, I think, like, original characters, I've mostly been working with those NPCs, and I'm I think I'm really still, or I guess I'm starting to get more attached to Maria because she's developing kind of in a way that
We have not seen Maria in months.
I didn't think I would possibly get interested in. So, because it's weird. It's interesting of a concept to think of, like, what happens if you've just got someone who's not really well prepared or equipped to do the things that are necessarily I don't know. It's the idea that someone who's not really honestly set out to be a mom
Has to be a mom.
has to be a mom and is trying, and it's a shit show. But it's really kind of a shit show actually for every parent. We just don't see it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been interesting to make a bunch of choices I know that I wouldn't make. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I also forgot to tell you guys the silicone oil is supposed to help you with this bit. This bit.
Oh, right. Where's
Yeah.
that oil at?
Well,
what do we do with it?
you pour it in with the paint. I forgot to tell you that part. I'm sorry. But you could try doing it on top and seeing if it does anything. Because it's like a different density than the water.
Okay.
So it might push around some colors in a way that you don't anticipate. So.
It's made some really cool divots.
Dimple, dimple, dimple. Let me see that. I don't think it does anything.
I've got neat little dimples.
Weird.
Okay.
Fun.
Yeah.
It's made little flowers.
Mine's so ugly.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
It is.
It is not.
It's a part of the process.
Ah, fuck the process.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this
That's how it works for me.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Okay. Yeah. So.
Move on to number 2.
Yeah, kinda in a way.
I'm getting closer to you now.
Yeah. So if you wanna.
Just dibba.
Let's make it more.
We're doing it right there.
This. I'm gonna try that. It's a slightly different size.
A second.
Yeah, it's gonna keep moving, and that's yeah, it's gonna keep moving until it dries.
Make sure my socks don't get tainted.
Make sure we stay on the drop class, because I might have joked that we were going to fuck things up and then blame it on ghosts, but I wasn't actually serious.
And the ghosts aren't even here today.
Yeah.
The ghosts are always here. What are you talking about?
Still trying to cover for his ass, aren't you?
Okay, so
Okie pokey.
I need more tape.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be me. Sorry.
Okie
There
dokie,
you go.
Smokey.
All right.
I'm gonna start screaming.
Tape. All right. So, not all of us have. Well, in the time that we were going to school, one of us actually went on a bunch of side adventures and quests and
What?
developed it like a whole new different hubbabaloo. So.
Are you talking about Ty?
No, I'm
Huh?
talking about you! I'm talking about you!
I didn't.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
talking
know.
about Ty. That one time you went.
I was being an ass.
Yeah, I know.
I know. It's trying to not be the main character, okay?
Yeah.
For once.
Well, no, we, some of us like stayed. I switched majors at one point. I went from animation to illustration for reasons.
Raisins.
For reasons.
Yeah. Hey.
And Ty stayed tied and true to his original game plan.
Yeah.
And then Jace went on a hero's quest for money.
And experience.
And experience.
And farts.
Yeah. All were, I'm pretty sure were accomplished, I think. I don't know. But
I farted a lot.
That's not...
That's just being human.
That's not necessarily my story to tell either, so...
Who knows?
Yeah. What the fuck did you do? Leaving your friends behind.
Left my friends behind to go do an awesome internship at ZeniMax Online Studios. I worked on Elder Scrolls Online. That's literally my only claim to fame. Yeah, because I got accepted for an internship out there, which was really, really cool. Did that for about 10 months, and then had to come home to watch my parents' house. And while I was watching my parents' house, my health hit the fan. So I haven't finished college yet.
It's okay. That's not, it's a journey, not a destination.
Yep.
But I know that is still on the agenda, though.
Yep.
So, good on you.
I've got my eyes set on, what's it,
MCAT.
MCAD.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Minneapolis College of Art and Design up in Minnesota.
Mini.
But I got to get money together for that, so.
So when do we add that acrylic oil? At the end?
You add the silicone oil when it's you're mixing your paint.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want. So,
No.
Oh, Jesus. I already got vomit paint all over me right now. I don't need base mediums on me.
Yeah, so what next?
I guess. All right.
I should try to get a trash bag for some of these empty cups and stuff.
No. If you let them dry, we can peel them out and reuse them.
Alright.
So. What's next would be. Talked about.
Sure.
Okay. So, this was a big deal when I was in high school. I don't know if it still applies. Do you guys have a zombie survival plan?
What was my plan? So I know
You
that.
Pass me the purple, actually. The other one.
Is that-
This one.
What was my plan? God. Well, if I remember how stupid and ignorant I was with that idea, it's probably just kill zombies the entire time. So I thought that would have been cool. So I would have been dead in no time.
So, because I lived in the unconfirmed state,
With weird ghost areas.
or I may or may not have lived in the unconfirmed state. My plan was to supply up and hunker down, because no one fucking lives there.
No one expects to find you there.
Yeah, you do agriculture kind of bullshit. You pass me the green real quick. I'm not even pouring. I'm just fucking.
Going at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this real awkward.
Jackson Pollock.
Kinda, yeah.
So in high school, I was friends with a lot of people. a lot of really stupid people that were also very into survival stuff as well.
Mhm.
So I was going to be the brains of the operation and have them all protect me. Is kind of the way that it was going to go. I was going to lead raids into pharmacies specifically and secure the drug chain. Because when people are, surviving, what's the one thing that is in low supply at that point and in very high demand?
Cheetos.
Ass.
Medicine.
Potato, tomato.
Yes. No.
So it was medicine, and so
no,
I was
that's
going.
fair.
I was going to become the drug lord of the apocalypse. Is pretty much how that was going to go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's oh.
I mean,
wonderful.
solid.
Yeah, I was in it for the long haul. Wanted to survive and live well.
Word.
Yep. Do I want more than just purple and silver? Yes, I do. What colors are they gonna be? I don't fucking know yet. Let's get some magenta up in this bitch.
If you need any, just let me know. I'd love to give you a hand with that.
Give me a hand.
All right. That's legit. I'm just giving a gentle massage of the canvas with paint. And perfecto. I'm just gonna go.
Can you pass the silicone stuff?
Silica.
The lube?
Yeah, let's just call it that.
Pass the lube. You need plenty.
So, what is, we were talking about this on break, what is the weirdest lie that you believed from your parents?
Oh.
Maybe keeping it on the lighter fare
My
side?
mom.
Mr. Traumatic?
My mom used to tell me, and it may or may not be appropriate to say, I don't know how it is, but she used to tell me that if I don't stop misbehaving, she was going to sell me to the gypsies. And I believed her, like, what? Oh shit, I don't know who gypsies are, but I don't want to get sold either. So I believed her. Still don't know what gypsies are, but that's my problem. That's my fault for not knowing.
Alright. I'll go, mine is that, and this is a little bit of embellishment, but, my parents told me all spiders, come from this place, storage unit in the house that we called the Underworld. And they told me that if I didn't want the spiders, that I was never to open that door.
Okay.
And it was because that's where they hid the Christmas presents. And I was caught chronically looking for said Christmas presents in closets. So I believed all spiders came from my underground storage.
Specifically there.
Yeah, specifically there.
All spiders
All
everywhere.
spiders. All spiders came down from there. They probably meant like all spiders in the house.
But you thought
But I thought all spiders.
All.
Sith Lords like to think in absolutes, so. Yeah. What about you, Jace?
It's a good ass question. Because fucking I don't remember.
Did you manage to get your...
Oh, and if we want to go on the racier side, believing that St. Patrick drove out all the snakes in Ireland. Did not know that was a euphemism for druids, so I literally thought there
Were actual snakes.
they were actual snakes. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Ty? Sorry.
I was like, how did you manage? Did you manage to mix your silver well enough? Cause
Yeah.
I don't know, mine didn't turn out very well.
So I'm a baker in my spare time, and I've just got that sweet whisking power.
Guess mine's got all lumps in them.
You gotta keep whisking.
Some of the colors are gonna be older than others, and the lumps kind of do happen. You just gotta keep going at it, and you kind of gotta not little circles, big circles. Look at this! I made
Party god. Party.
that's yeah. This can go right above my head. It's so professional looking.
Oh, it's awesome looking, man. Right, I think it's the best as I'm gonna get with the silver, so. Okay, so.
Just roll in like a fine moisturizer.
Wanna clap your hands? Clap, clap, clap. Clap your
I'm
hands.
clapping.
Okay.
This is gonna be awful to take off later. I rubbed it in like a fine moisturizer, which I now see was a terrible, terrible mistake.
Yowza, Jesus. You got fucking frostbite over there.
I think I went to the Welsh's grape farm or vineyard and had myself the grapest of times.
It was the grapest of times, it was the worst of times.
So.
I'll join you in the finger mess.
Yeah. Get nice to get Doherty.
Okay, moving everything.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, moving
Yeah, that is pretty.
everything aside.
Look at
You
it.
could throw that
Oh.
onto a blank canvas. Here, wait 1 second.
Preserve it.
Modern art.
Okay, here we go. Quickly. It's perfection.
Alright, here
It's
is.
perfection. Yes.
Alright,
All right, don't add anything more.
Okay, fingers.
It's perfection.
Okay. Okay, moment of truth for this one.
All right,
Fingers
here we
crossed.
go. Whoa, yeah.
There we go.
See?
Alright. Spread you around, round it goes. Alright, here's a question from me.
Okay.
Which artist have you admired the most that you like to learn from the most, I guess? Your most admired artist.
Okay.
Right?
No, you go.
Okay. Alright. Well, I would have to say Yoshitaka Amano was a huge inspiration for me growing up. As well as now, I guess, Pui, illustrator, is brilliant. I love his color choice. His color choice is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, those two are probably, both of which are Asian. One is Japanese, the other one I think is Chinese.
This is our squishy. I think lately I've kind of been on an Alexandria Huntington sort of kick. She did my tarot cards, and she recently did the illustrations to a Dark Crystal comic book. So I've been really, I enjoy how she has a more illustrative quality that I enjoy. A very distinct line work, really great choice in color palettes. And then a lot of the digital painters that I'm interested in, I mostly know through projects like Guild Wars 2 or their YouTube online handles. Yeah, there's a lot of art out there that's really great and neat. And I wish that right now I wasn't blanking on any of their names. But I sometimes like artists for different reasons.
For different raisins.
Yeah, reasons. So, like, Zia Hunt made a really cool Kickstarter, and she did a really good management of her Kickstarter, and I admire her for that. Lollymog does a really good management of her Instagram, and I really admired her about that. Ursula Decay, which is just her online handle, she just has really great OC characters that I would love to read more for comics chronologically. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for me. What about you, Ty?
Let's see.
I think for the longest time, for the person I know in real life is definitely my oldest friend Tara from high school, where she definitely had a very go-to and a very admirable work ethic. Just really wants to work on her webcomic and such, and she does a very good job at it. You can see how well and how much her style has developed since the start of her comic way back in 2014, I think. Some other people I follow online. Definitely one of the most influential ones is a girl named Kayla Marquez. Her online handle is called The Orator, and I first followed her when she was doing some Skyrim art back on Tumblr. I was following her. She had a very sketchy style, and I started following her, and her art has just kind of like improved tenfold to the point where she's making very impressive character illustrations, which is what I like to do. So definitely the most influential for me. That's there you go.
I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'll be right back.
End of question.
Alright.
I got so many lumps.
It's okay. Dude, I got lumps. I got one massive one right there.
I can't even tell you got lumps over there. Come on.
I got one massive lump right there. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's all gonna, if it's got pouring medium, it's all, what it's trying to do is level out right now and move. It's gonna keep moving until it dries and stops.
Alright, cool. That's gonna be a bit, so.
Yeah.
This place is a mess.
It'll get cleaned up. Have have no fear. Underdog is here. So,
I have a grand underlying fear, though.
yeah. I guess. Why do you think that we want to keep a safe distance from each other? Let's get down into the deep and dirty.
Deep and dirty.
Well, not okay, deep and dirty, but like, you mentioned earlier that we want to keep it that way. What makes you think or say that? Because I'm curious.
Just depends on what we ask, is all.
Like, how do you mean?
I don't know. Some questions that we'd much rather not answer, mostly. It's just my defense on it.
Alright.
We can still ask questions. It just comes in a matter of what we're asking.
Okay. Alright. We're definitely a group with a lot of boundaries.
Yeah.
A lot of boundaries.
I have returned with fresh hands.
Oh, cool.
They're
Mike's-
brand new.
My turn.
Nice. You popped them off and put on some new ones?
Uh-huh.
My turn.
Yuki's calling this the deep lore of the cast.
The deep lore of the cast?
Yep.
How so?
Because it's personal questions about the cast.
Oh.
It's our deep lore.
Okay.
It's the shit that people are gonna be having trivia questions to prove that they're the true fans.
Oh yeah, like that's. Okay, yeah. Oh, well, I mean okay. That's fair. It is.
It's our deep lore.
It's our deep
Get
lore.
deep inside of our lore.
If it ever comes to that, I mean, it's only like half the cast.
Yeah,
so-
we'll just have to have another time where it's the
Yeah.
other half.
Yeah, not us at all. Just them.
Just them.
Just them. Mystery Hand can like do things in front of the camera if he doesn't want to be on camera.
I mean, you can make shadow puppets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So glassy. If you had one thing that you could say is your favorite thing about tabletop gaming, what would it be?
One thing. It's probably the getting to like the acting portion of it, like pretend like being our characters and then just getting to be them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'd say the momentary just escape from reality. Just to
Okay.
take a break from it for once in a while.
Okay. Mine's gonna sound contrary, but I really enjoy watching how gameplay influences and affects your guys' real life. Like your personalities and how it's kind of developed and changed behavioral mannerisms over time. I think that's really cool. Kind of to see that relationship play out.
Mm-hmm.
We're really great at hearts to hearts. Yeah.
How about we ask the viewers if they have anything in particular that they want to ask us, and I
Yeah.
can go and take a look.
Okay.
So
I figured that we've only got. I don't know who's there, so if we've got people there and want to ask us questions, that would be great. Huh?
we've got a Yuki.
Okay.
As per usual.
Okay.
We've got a Pearly the Fermented Ghost. I think that might be. No, Mystery Hand is conked out as per what Cass had told me. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So
he's snoring up a storm. It's also like midnight over there.
if you are awake and watching us and paying attention, feel free to ask us drop us any questions. We'll answer them right now. I didn't open with that because I didn't know. I've been sitting here the whole time just like this.
Witch's hands over there.
Yeah. I enjoy the dark broodiness of it. It makes me feel almost malevolent.
Oh, we also got a Commander Root.
Oh,
Who's a
hello.
real person. I think has been on Cass's stream a couple times.
Cool. Hello. Yeah. You guys just let us know. We're here. We kind of ended things with the game portion of the usual biz because we're not sure if it's really what we're up to, like what we're wanting. We're getting picky as we're getting exposed to more things. So, yeah, just let us know if you've got any questions. We can answer them. I can still continue to try and populate questions and try and get answers.
Randomly
interesting.
generate some.
Yeah. Favorite non-alcoholic beverage as a person?
Soda.
Here's the trivia question. What flavor?
Oh.
If you had to pick a favorite flavor, what would you pick?
Orange.
All right, orange soda.
Mango nectar. Or, wait. Maybe Thai tea.
Thai tea.
Or
Or wait.
any tea, honestly.
Oh my God, your Libra is showing. All right. Okay. So
It might depend on the time of year, honestly.
might depend. Okay. Let's say for summer right now.
Yeah, mango nectar.
Mango nectar. Okay.
Yep. Give me that tropical juice.
I'm a particular fan of what is it? What is I like pineapple smoothies.
Pineapple smoothies are good.
Pineapple smoothies, yeah. If I can get them, when I can get them. Yeah. There's some of. I used to really be into apple cider too.
Apple cider is the shit.
It is.
Cider.
Yeah.
It's a
hot
damn
or
good.
hot or cold, like really.
Back when I liked to, or even not even really liked the drink, or I tolerated alcoholic beverages, I did like cider the best.
Huh. Well, I was saying
Like actual,
non-alcoholic
like,
cider.
apple-
I know.
Yeah.
Actual apple cider.
And I'm
Yeah.
just saying I don't drink alcohol anymore.
Okay, so I guess that does open up the question: favorite alcoholic drink.
Cider for me, but no more for me though.
I guess my go-to at the bar is a Moscow Mule,
Mm,
but I also really like strawberry mojitos, so that's also a thing.
that's fair. I usually go for a Long Island iced tea or whiskey straight up. Because, yeah.
Because God is a real woman.
Well, I like Canadian whiskey. I really do. It's pretty delightful.
Much to Ed's chagrin.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate gin.
Hates gin.
That's one thing. That's a fun trivia tip. I fucking hate gin with a passion. I will not necessarily
not
drink
consume.
it, and that really upset. I guess Ed. Technically, it was technically Ed. Yeah. So he's now on maybe a tirade to get me to drink gin, so that I
And
can
like
take
it.
and to take back that I fucking hate gin, but I don't know if he'll succeed or not. It's I have my opinions. So, but okay, yeah. Favorite sport to watch? If you watch
Hockey.
sports.
Hockey.
I don't.
Okay, so you don't watch sports.
I don't. I guess the Olympics, but
Yeah, pick an Olympic sport if you want.
For Winter Olympics, definitely ice skating.
Okay.
The ice skating, like, I find it beautiful, so there's that. Yeah, that's really the only one that I get, like, super into whenever I'm watching the Olympics. But I do tend to watch a couple other of the Olympic stuff, too.
I prefer to watch hockey live when I can, and I kind of really enjoy amateur league up in where I may or may not be from, unconfirmed. It's they
Area
have
51.
Yeah, they have like it's a non-professional. It's like a regional league. And I like watching those games because they get out of hand really quickly, and they get well, like they don't get out of hand, but they do have a tendency to I don't know, they're more engaging because you're closer to the action than going to like the Pepsi Center or something. So, but okay, favorite genre of TV or movie?
Don't really watch much TV anymore, though.
The genre of TV or movie, it's whatever.
Probably science fiction, mostly.
Okay.
I would have to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, science fiction, fantasy. Also, just like a lot of cartoons, animation in general just really appeals to me. So, I watch a lot of cartoons.
I really like comedy, because I like jokes. I really like jokes.
I like to feel good.
Well, yeah, I do.
Now God's gonna go wash her hands.
Maybe. I don't know. That looks like. Oh, there. That reminds me of the color scheme to the book,
Yeah.
the Mist book.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I don't want to ruin anyone else's perfection. So.
Just waiting right there.
Let me see if there are questions on the thing.
All right. That sounds great.
Nothing. I
Nuts.
mean, it's 10:21, my dudes.
True.
I've got a mess on the table.
You got a mess. I got mine everywhere. Whoa, dang,
Excuse
man.
me.
The ginger beer's coming at you.
Yep. Ooh, sparkly.
You could have one superpower yourself. What would it be?
Superpower. One superpower for ourselves. What would it be?
And why?
And why?
Well, if I could, well, if it was one where I could be a superhero, I would have lightning powers.
Lightning.
And then one that could be the most convenient would be teleportation.
Yeah, I would want to be a psychic. Like, probably telekinesis. Honestly, I want to move shit with my mind. Either that or shape-shifting. Shape-shifting would be cool. And then third would probably be like stealing other people's powers.
Come on, don't do a all for
Rogue?
one, okay?
It's more like Rogue, where I can like absorb people's powers.
Okay, I didn't hear you. So, what was it?
So I said that my number one would be probably telekinesis. But then I've also liked the idea of shape-shifting or being able to, like, either steal or copycat other people's abilities.
Okay. Like temporarily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just take yours away temporarily and use it for myself.
If I had to choose one superpower, I'd choose all the superpowers.
Omnipotence, I believe it's
Yeah.
called.
Or if I could just be, like, a level 20 psychic, that would be cool.
Okay.
Give me the brain powers.
Okay.
Whether it be, like, reading mind, moving shit with my mind, teleporting,
And-
seeing the future.
Why?
Because I like psychics.
Okay.
I mean, I've never really related to, like, people, like, the power sets that are more physical.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way it is.
That's how the cookie crumbles, I get it.
Yep.
Ty, what'd you say?
I said before that if it was like, if I could be a superhero or a supervillain, depends on how people perceive me, I want to have lightning powers. Because that's fucking awesome. Because I want to order 66 somebody, right?
Jesus.
That's fucking right.
Jesus.
Make my brother proud.
Jesus. Okay.
But yeah, the most convenient power for me would have been teleport. I wouldn't need a car anymore, but hey.
I'm particularly fond of shapeshifting. I think it's. I like the idea of looking however the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Even if you're using it for really dumb reasons, like, fuck it, I don't want my hair to look like this today. Yeah,
Anime hair.
I would
Boom.
abuse the shit out of some shape-shifting powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's mostly because I like that sense of control.
Yeah.
I like the idea of
I get to look however the fuck I want to look.
yeah, like, you know,
Yep.
you're not. I don't know. You could do anything. You could blend into a crowd. You could stand out. You could. And probably what's. You could use it for good. You could use it for evil. That's mostly.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, so if your character in City of Mist
Mm-hmm.
could change or guarantee something in the future, what would they try to guarantee in the future? If they could guarantee something in the future, what would they try to guarantee?
Well, the immediate current thought for Hyunjin would be to get Nathan back. It's kind of their whole shtick right now. But overall, like, looking at what, like, Anansi's doing, and then, like, the city on fire, just, like, the city being safe, guaranteed.
I'm thinking ensuring that Allison and Charlie will be safe at the end of it. He doesn't give a fuck about himself right now, so. But he loves the tortoise, and he loves the other, and he loves the girl, so. There you go.
Alright. I can't answer that because
Yeah, you're God.
You're God.
And not spoilers.
Well, I'm the environment.
Yep.
I'm the environment.
Nothing's safe. Put everything in jeopardy.
My job is to create the safest amount of realistic danger as possible, so that you guys are experiencing something that can feel authentic, but also feel as if there's still that nice amount of distance. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Chat was provided
Alright, let's see. Have you guys answered any
Nothing.
questions? No questions. Okay, I'll just keep doing this. I'm in this to win this, quite honestly. If only out of spite at this point. maybe I shouldn't say it like that. But no, I don't know. We do our best. We work day jobs.
Ugh, especially me. I'm the earliest that starts out of all of you guys.
Yeah.
I start at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You work pretty opposite of us.
Ugh. That's why I'm tired all the time.
Yeah. I'm the manager of a 2-person department. And I am responsible for it's basically an entire floor. And then Jace also is working a new job that keeps him busy and physically exerted beyond what is necessarily good for him.
You're in physical pain a lot.
So, yeah.
Hooray for chronic
Chronic
conditions.
Chronic decisions.
Chronic conditions.
Chronic decisions. Let's go get some fucking pizza. Yeah.
Pizza sounds good.
Yeah, no, and it's not throwing it out there as a sob story. It's trying to, we're trying our best to keep the hype up, as best as we can, because, you know.
Well, we can call it early if we want.
I know, but like I said, I'd like, well, I don't know. Do you guys want to just call it?
I think I might just call it because I cannot think of anything else right now.
Alright, well, we did our best. We made it, just 30 minutes short, so fuck it. I'm calling it a victory. Thank you so much for sitting with us and talking with us. Definitely check us out next week. We might be playing a new adventure. We might be finishing that one. It just kind of depends on what shows up in the mail. So, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And Venus saying farewell.